Well, what are we thinking about going into this one then? Obviously, it's looking like we pretty much unanimously agree this most likely is going to be a bit of a London bashing coming through, but is there a chance for Fierce? What are we looking at on Mirage?
I think for this map pick coming in, obviously... Oh, I was going to say the knife round being important. Fierce starting on the CT side. And for London, to be fair to them, they did look very good on both sides. They did have that commanding win over Endpoint.
Yeah. This is quite an unusual pistol, though, to have literally nobody with grenades, but because of that, you can see the speed in the play. Jungle Carcass can't really get anything done then. All of the kills come flying in. This pistol not starting off well for Fierce. Oh, hello.
Response from Capers, it's 1 kill onto Soulcast as he will go down. It's just Emin and Capers that remain now into the round. A 2 versus 4. All the Ts that are alive have armor. There's no utility in play into this one to try and give them a slight tactical edge. And Capers looks like he might try and go for the window jump, but instead gets detected by Fry. Frederick will eliminate him, and Eccles will break in the noggin there of Emin very easily. Ooh, the body hurt coming out.
Body hurt.
The body
hurt. No body hurt.
Body hurt.
Much body hurt.
Match paused after the pistol, so Jenko's vomited again.
That was a surprise, wasn't it? That was so
I'll never forget
that. Was very, very weird.
In our ear, the producer,
the
technical pause,
game, wasn't it?
Jenko has vomited.
Can we pause the game? Oh, yeah. What's the pause about? Yeah, Jenko's vomiting on stage.
The worst bit was, we'd just done 40 minutes of filling.
Yeah.
And then I sat down in the green room, and then some guy goes, well, one of the players being sick. And I was like, sorry?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess we're going back to the desk.
Told, don't worry, he's got a bucket. And the game went live.
There you go.
And they lost the whole game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went 1-on-1.
And that was the beginning of the end.
That was a 1-on-1 series with XL, I believe, Mirage and Nuke.
Yeah,
and that was the start of the classic Mirage CT set for XL. So...
that's a classic one. Eccles accidentally unbinded his buy menu.
As you do.
Classic Adam Eccles.
He's got too much money.
How does that happen, though?
I reckon he put his face through the keyboard.
At the end, we did see him doing some body hurt.
Maybe the
so
body
when did he find the time?
Broke the bind, the disrespect.
Karma.
Pangya.
Yeah.
I just
sure
won.
thing.
I have 56. How about you? Push coming up, trying to make their play up through short in the contact face. Astro's detected. Ooh, spam comes through, but Carcass actually does find himself 1 kill.
I'm amused that F-Sun's name on the SCA is Feebob.
You boy Feebob.
3 versus 3. Astro's very low, though.
It's better than the name he had last season, I'll be honest.
Well, actually, no, it was the other guy.
Oh, yeah, true.
It was that other guy. Notifying of F-Sun's religion, I guess.
Just letting you know. Ooh,
Capers loves doing this.
He does love a taser. This man likes to try and make rounds a little bit electrifying.
Jump.
Ooh, he's waiting for him to come towards him, teetering on the edge.
Like, if he peeks slightly back, you'll see him, but I don't think... Because the AK is in the way.
Oh.
Oh.
No! How was that not a kill?
It didn't even do damage.
It's like a squid when it squirts out its ink and then recoils away.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Did you know that capers is also a type of squid? if you look in the English dictionary, originally squids were known. Capizzers. Capizzers, yeah. That was the original wording.
So Emin is making this round costly though. They had a lot. Oh, that timing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So they had like what 3 or 4 AKs bought in then London. They lost 2 of them, as well as losing an extra pill on the SMG. Very costly, and Fierce only come in with a Baron now as well. That was a full eco.
Apart from the taser.
Yeah. So the difference there is if you had a P250, he could have walked back and headshotted the guy knowing he jumped up. Or with a USP or pistol, he could have walked back and killed him.
Oh, easily.
If he would have had a gun, is essentially what you're saying.
He did have a gun.
Yeah, he didn't use it, did he?
Yeah.
So, Ardis.
Oh, he dinked him. Head down from him and saves his life. Lovely trade, though. Quite active there from height.
Yeah, gives up the B-bomb sides. Astro and Fryer, the Wind and Rain, are your grand finalists. 3 versus 1. Cape is now last alive. Stealthy play there.
Not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Capers on his own, no kit. Pretty much holding for an exit here.
With Ferrari Pika himself in a 1 versus 3 here. Fry Makes his move around. No one is actually going to spot out Capers here. He can try and go for a little bit of a cheeky play.
Warp is the key, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants it. He's hungering for it. And now he gets spotted. And his head does get removed from his body there fairly easily.
We haven't seen Train much, have we, recently?
No, most of the teams seem to avoid it. Obviously, there was CX had it as their #1, didn't they?
Yep, that's true.
And Fierce were the same, weren't they?
No, CX had it as their 5th or 6th. It was just so
Oh, yeah.
far. It was just so far Fierce.
You were
that had it
surprised
as
to
their
see it
first.
as their
Yeah, I
fifth,
thought it would have been way higher than that.
Teams seem to avoid it. It is a difficult map to play on the CT side when you think against a structured team doing executes and everything. Because if you're against a good, well-drilled default, for example, your rotations are a bit all over the place sometimes. Which could be a part of the issue, but not sure. I guess it's some teams just elect to not play it at all. Some of them play Nuke instead.
Yep.
I suppose that is the choice you go for, but ultimately, if you really want it to be a curveball, you play both, and then force them to have to get rid of both of them.
And then at that point, you're playing your 2nd or 3rd favourite mapper anyway.
Which I always felt like was underutilized by a lot of teams, being able to play the maps that are not as played often. But hey ho, very slow round. London do get onto that A site for free after identifying where the stack was.
Ooh. Tasty little kill there for your man, Free
All
Bob.
3 players on short. Eccles to clean up.
Eccles could actually really make a mockery out of here quite easily. Finds the first kill, looking for the follow-up. It's a simple headshot, but he's out of ammunition. Stays alive, though. And then it eventually goes down to the assistance of Fry. So it's a 4th round picked up from London. And it has been quite a quick game so far. These rounds coming in pretty high tempo.
They have been, especially first buy round. Arla's charging through connector with the MAC-10, basically just swarming in towards the A site. Obviously, Fry and Astro, Ramp and Palace. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this one if it is going to be the same fast tempo from London. So far, swinging towards middle and then playing towards connector. Parker's playing towards CT, maybe expecting more of a concept play towards ramp early on. Instead, that they are giving up towards middle, so it'll be interesting to see what the reaction is here from Fierce.
Yeah, one thing to note is Artis does decide to go straight back for MAC-10 as well, feeling very comfortable. But one issue is there's not as many head armors in those CTs. Most of them, the ones who do have head armor, are on the A side of the map. If you had to have gone towards B, free reign. This is a very unusual way. This is sort of death if he does die. It's a very annoying one. You're just crossing the vent. Why is he playing outside of the CT vent? All depends if Evan stays here, I suppose.
Ooh, he's going to hear that. You know, it's coming from his teammate Eccles. How has he won that duel?
Good fight.
Yeah. Imogen will be winning that fight every day. And Hype making a proactive play. Unfortunately, can't get the kill.
I think it's the right play. Just doesn't quite work out in his favour. And Fry just looks so effortless getting this kill. He makes the game look so easy, doesn't it?
Is that watching that Valve
skill.
5-man, isn't it?
Yeah, where it just looks
easy as anything.
just like he's done it a million times and he knows what he's doing. It's that sort of robotic aim, really. You just clear the angles. You know when to pull the trigger. There's just no dismay ever. Now Capers left in a very horrible position here, a 1 versus 4, and they are hunting. They are coming towards him. This is the reverse Ross Kemp because they are getting in there, into the thick of it.
And it's about to kick off.
Oh, it's kicked off.
He wins that firefight as well. There's nobody else towards B-Apps. Oh, he's turned around.
Ooh. Lunatic levels of confidence.
Ooh, Fry even gave a little jump as well there. Capers
is on the other side, but he's
This is
so
something out of a
low.
zombie movie, isn't it?
They just keep coming.
28 days later.
There's hordes of them.
Well, Astra is risking the AWP loss here.
Oh, he doesn't care, does he?
Oh,
He really doesn't.
he's only got 1 button on his mouse pen.
I would be interested. Jake, is Ian on the server with them?
London
He is.
Image.
There he is. Okay.
He's got the laptop on his bed, on his belly, feeling a bit rough.
Okay, so his presence is still on the server.
His presence is still feared. Feared?
Feared.
Field. Field?
It's feared.
Presence is still felt.
He is near.
Presence is still felt in the server, is what I was supposed to say.
Yeah, he would definitely help with the composure side of things for London. Keeping them on their toes.
Calm it down, boys.
Eco
Calm
rounds
it
like
down.
What are you doing? Why are you peeking at artists? Dunno.
Night Storm, Big Fry. Keep rolling with it, play trades, don't be silly now. Basics, yes, boys. We win the
Who
round
was
every
it?
time.
Who was it? It was a JT. Guns out.
Guns out, guns out,
Guns out. Guns out.
Guns out.
What happened to Joe Talbot?
He got a girlfriend, and he took a step back from gaming, I believe.
Did he bag it in, did he?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. He did, yeah. Emin in a 1 versus 5 now. Gonna go for the peek. Gets the kill, but no save on the gun. He's dead. Bag him and tag him.
6-0 though. Fierce.
Yeah.
No pause yet. I imagine a double up has to come out, right? Capers normally would pick up an on. Emin was known to do it last season when Capers was not there, which is why we see that switch coming through. Carcass was playing towards A. We saw him at CT get 1 bombed by Fry. We also saw Emin in mid window with an op, or rifling previously. Also dry peek.
Ooh.
What is that?
Peeking that with an M4 as well, and then he should win that fight. Yeah.
It was a ruse though.
I suppose that's a fair trade because Ardis shouldn't win the fight before.
Yeah, fair trade use.
Freight train.
Freight trade.
Thomas isn't in the serve. He's not got his Mag 10 and freight training through.
If Carcass picks
Oh,
again,
you
he's
see
dead.
his foot?
Oh, you've... Oh.
Oh, the nade's done so much.
Hey.
Jeez.
Carcass now, isn't he?
Well, the vulture of Dom's given it. Picked him clean, mate.
So you got me thinking, these AWPs, there was no like real idea behind both of them picking one up, right? Because the hype peaks window for no apparent reason. M&P connector, he probably shouldn't have won that fight. And then Carcass goes for the same play towards short as well when they're already 4v4. Ooh! A lovely shot. And Fry's burning, he's died. Okay, he's died all the way 100-0 from long.
Oh, Emin. He's being pushed now. He's still going for it though. The confident face. Big presence on the server. He's able to find himself really big, impactful frags there. 3 kills that changed the tide of the round and actually put them into a good position as they win their first round now on the CT side for Fierce.
So if we're thinking now, keep that in mind, that the round that Fierce have won was needed through a 3k from an AWPer. So if they will need to require players to get 2-3ks into the round to just win the round, it's not something they can rely on. So Capers not doing the same play that Hyde did, of course. Learned from that mistake, but now they're switching up the AWPs, 1 to each site, and that's much better. Get an opening kill, fall off, don't need to go further. That forces London to the other side of the map, and there is still an AWP at CT.
Frederick. Thebob or Fazan does go down. On a 4 versus 4, Fry was headshot though, so dinked up down to 19 HP. Execution coming in towards the A site. Emin
No
is
CT,
towards CT.
Oh, he's being spammed. Ardis as well, going to be able to get that kill. There should be a trade back.
How you still got that kill?
Barely finding that frag, and it comes back onto Freddy Krueger, the main man, Fry. He's inside their nightmares right now, terrorizing them, Ben, as they are going down. It's all up to Capers in a 1 versus 3. Gets a little bit of leg there as they expose themselves from CT, but in reality, what can he do more than just backing off and trying to hold onto this M4?
Looking for any kind of pick, but nobody's giving him a chance, really. If he walks towards bench, he gets dropped on balcony. Same goes going the other way. Did he just do 1 damage?
He did 1 damage there to Dom.
That was a headshot angle as well. Unfortunate. And that round, though, they've got the opening kill. Then they've lost A completely. F-Stan obviously lose that duel on balcony. Emin in a tough spot, really. He watches towards ramp thinking, there's no CT smoke. I can get them for free if they come up. Palace absolutely destroys them.
I don't think he was playing close enough to the box,
not close
though.
enough, was he?
Yeah. 1 to 7, reset now. Oh, the cash is awful for Fierce. This could be a 10-1, really. Very, very shortly.
We're looking at guaranteed, what, 9-1 on the next buy?
Yeah, and then if you have 1 more buy round win.
Yeah.
It's
not an ideal position. Ardis got Mac 10.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe the special player stats or info should be changed from Thomas to the Mac 10 to Ardis.
They are both very similar players to some degree, aren't they?
They do play a pretty mimicky role of each other.
Is that the gun as well?
Oh! It was nearly the follow-up kill.
Oh.
Hype, though. Give him an inch. He's going to try and take a mile with it as he wants to bridge this gap into trying to close out this round, but it's not going to happen. Everyone is going to be fed like lambs to the slaughter there on the B site. And it is just Emin and F-Stan that remain now. F-Stan trying to make his way up through short. He's got a scout in his hands and a Single decoy there that won't give him much assistance. Eccles takes the fight, does actually get tagged up heavily, left on just 27 HP. This could still go a little bit awkward for them.
Does get the tag off.
Yeah.
Not enough though, is it?
And that was the force buy from Fierce. 8-1 now as they're going to eco, so... Pause could be argued to be called very, very shortly for Fierce. They need to change something quickly. So far for London, it feels like they're able to get through Connector very often. Also, Fry is able to get the lurkout frags towards Palace, which opens up the A site. We haven't seen too much towards B, really.
Oh, big window. Oh. Hate to see that. SN left to be able to do nothing, really. All the other London players charging. Fry's still holding his angle. 9-1 though. I feel like that round could have potentially been used as a pause as well. If you know, if in terms of you're not on a buy, you could just sit and spawn if you wanted to and just talk things over. Because it's, you know, it's the classic existence pause where, you know, you type volume 0 in console and then just sit and spawn, let whoever needs to talk. But we don't see that often enough still. Because people feel like we could still win a full eco. But I don't think that round's not a full win potential.
The last time I saw that was before the legendary VP roster folded. I think that's the only time I've seen it.
Lamp
within
flash.
the last year and a half.
Oh, that's Sam with the timing. Could have been big, but Ardis!
Oh.
He has just been...
They've not even smoked anything then fully. Like, it wasn't even like they went out before the smokes bloomed, they just went out with that single flash.
They've just been giving it towards the A site, really. Absolutely crunching them up. And it's just awkward, to say the least. Astro comes through with the kill back onto Capers. It's all on Carcass, though, to just try and stay alive, really. Hold on to the orb, but it is not meant to be. 10 rounds now in, what, maybe 15 minutes? It's not been a long game at all.
They've been very quick, and I go back to the point I made when they did win that first round. They needed somebody to get 3k. Emin got 3 kills that round. Otherwise, he got 3 kills in that round alone. His teammates have 4, like, you know, kills as the highest. Just total tally for the game. Nobody's really showing up for them right now.
So, 10-1, as I said, could definitely happen. May even be 11-1 as well when you look at the fact that only 2 players do have Kevlar, for Zan and Carcass. 5 players stacked towards the B site for Zan from the rear. Takes down Eccles. AK as well to use, but this might mean London go through Connector and work out that actually the A site's completely clear.
Very similar to the old round that we saw before.
Yeah.
There was another B stack again from Fierce. Identified fairly easily from London as well. As soon as somebody pushes underpass, chances are there was some sort of placeables outside, they'd take the risk. 5 players CT though, this is not a normal retake.
Oh no. It's just the shooting gallery though, really there. Able to find the first frag. I mean, they have weapons, 2 AKs in play. They're all going to swarm out. Would you expect the entire team to be there? But it will not matter. The spray down comes through. All of a sudden, it is just Capers that remains. Grabs himself the Kalashnikov. 1 versus 2. The bomb down in such an open angle. He's got to expose himself. Ardis will get the kill, and London get themselves an 11th round. There is still no buffer building for Fierce. They have 1 single round. That is it.
I imagine Carcass is debating an AWP by here. Capers goes for one himself. Surely it's not a triple AWP, although that would just spell desperation in my mind.
Yeah, maybe they could go for the Org, Org onto Carcass instead. And Hype as well, so only 1 M4 in the server.
What is that?
What is that?
I understand that you get to desperate plays when you are losing 11-1, right? Oh, I thought he got the kill then. He shot a single bullet. Wow, okay. But like, you make desperate plays, but surely you try and make it as a team just to increase your chance of doing, like, succeeding.
Yeah, if you just throw caution to the wind and go for a play for the sake of it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. And it's obviously that risk-reward of, if I go for this, what's the likelihood of it paying off, and is it actually going to put us in that much of a better position?
The crazy bit is, they've smoked window every round, they've then mollied connect every round. So I don't know where he was going after jumping out window. Because he certainly wasn't, if you run through the connector molly, he loses, what, 40 health, I'd say minimum.
It's one of those rounds where it's like, I'm going to push and go for a play for the sake of it.
Yeah,
And
there's no real thought process.
Reason behind it.
12-1 there. About to come through. The question is, does Efsan actually die? They are slowly squashing towards him. It's another 15 seconds. He did see the gun. Here comes the pinch there.
Ooh.
If Fry peeks on the bomb explosion, is he surely doesn't get out? Actually does. He gets an AK for it. So you can at least drop that across, but what does that really mean for this?
Much in the grand scheme of things.
You're looking at best 12-3 right now. You'd be facing 2 full buy rounds from London.
They are going to force it there, Ben. Around the saved AK and the 2 M4
Carcass
weapons
doesn't
by.
block.
Here he has
Finally.
59. So.
It's an interesting double flash use for low. I suppose a CZ could have been down there. They don't know if it's a full buy yet.
Have
Or a
ramp
force.
control. Astro.
Ooh.
Another play.
Low HP. Dom tries to go for another one. Manages to get the damage onto Emin. Artist though up close. Maybe get the second as well, but can't quite get it as Emin trades him out. 3 versus 3 and Frederick. Oh, he spotted spotted the back there, didn't he?
Oh no.
Oh.
It's one way, mate.
Still
What's
worked
the
out.
matter?
It's covered his connector, walk up.
Capers might get the little lurk frag here off towards mid, potentially, if he can.
There's guns around mid, that's for sure.
Vehicles. Yeah, but I mean, what's a gun worth, really, going into round 15 when you've already got nothing? They need rounds, Ben.
He's looking for the AK. He'll check for it, but
Ooh.
thankfully Yakuza is low enough.
Yeah.
There's no kit though, and Fry's ready to take that fight.
I think ready's an understatement.
13-1. Astros died once. That was the round they lost.
Well, when we spoke about a hot match, we didn't really expect it to be the candle that burns twice as bright, but for half as long, as this one has been rapid, really.
I think the weird thing is, obviously there's no flashes used there, so even if they were to do mid control later on in the round, there's been no attempt at it, obviously.
Ooh.
I think.
Interesting to take that fight with the MP9. So, charging through the Molotov. Takes the fight. Boy! Hype! Diffuses the situation towards B. There's that as well, the nice 2K with the scalp, and now it's a 2 versus... Sorry?
2v5 to 2v2 in 3 seconds.
Sorry.
How do you bring it back into the
And it's
situation?
planted for CT.
This is absolute madness. Ardis, I mean, he's low, 36 HP,
Clear
but he's
it.
going to go for the fight. If he gets that kill, that's the round set in stone every time.
So
Instead,
if Astro wins this round, he's 14-1 in score and also team score. Oh, that's a lovely shot. And
that's the
Capers.
position for Dom, and he gets the tag as well. Oh, he's got the molly. He can molly the bomb. There's nothing Capers could do.
He's
No
got
care.
Demolly!
He has a HE now as well. He's throwing the HE a bit earlier. Could have waited for a fuse.
I don't think he realised he tagged him.
Back the Ramsey.
Back the Ramsey. Gordon!
How much is in the bin?
Where's the lamb sauce? It's 14-1.
Astros 14-1.
Oh.
Team score 14-1. Fierce.
How much is in the bin? It just keeps going.
I just
14 rounds.
What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich.
I just don't know what's happened to Fierce in this game. Like,
Take them out the oven. They're done.
like it's just so.
Let
Like,
rest.
We saw them in like last season. They went like this is meant to be their second best map.
Yeah, well.
If we want to compare
CT sides, eh?
CT sides of Mirage, am I right? We know about that one. Oh.
Right then. Oh. Capers has got the utility. Everyone else has gone for the armor. He's keeping a P250 though.
So is this 4 under? And he smokes deep jungle, perhaps? Oh no, the bomb is staying in ups though. This... So they're going to actually wrap. Then. He smokes off jungle for them to wrap, okay. However,
Ooh! Man.
Alright.
Another one.
He's
He
confident.
just keeps going.
Oh! Carcass steals his thunder a little bit there. Soulcast towards the site, gets the final killing blow there onto Capers very easily. 1 versus 4, however. Fierce, at least they're going to open themselves up with a beautiful pistol round, but they're giving Soul a little bit of an opener. Dominic, let's see what he can do from this point.
The kit was in jungle. That's the issue on this round. Unless he kills all 3 of them in, what, 15 to 20? Doesn't even chance the hype. From on top of the boost box. On
That's
site.
a bit of a rogue position there, really, to go for a face like that.
Yeah. You don't expect that. So.
God, look at the kill distribution as well. 15, 14, 14, 15, 15.
I've never seen that close.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Not even one person like taking a further leap ahead.
Well, as the reigning champions, if there's a way to start the season, this has definitely been it.
The defending reigning.
Weighing in at 250 pounds.
14-2, and this game will continue. I don't think it changes the odds though, or the prediction. It's going to be a London win. But maybe for Fierce they could try to get some confidence for another match going forward on their T side at least. Back 10 for Capers, 4 AKs as well, as they have 3 players in towards B apartments. Carcass holding for the mid push, but so far from London, stacking 4 players towards jungle.
Just a matter of time, really. As soon as Capers is allowed to push through that site and actually clear it. Actually, they swapped around Hype now with the Mac 10 due to the grenade difference, I think. That should be the call to get the bomb across. I don't think the window is even broken just then. However, they all need to get through that vent.
Oh. Hype. He should really just have a field day here. Powers his way through all of them. Hype looks for the 5k. Echo should be able to backstab him.
That was a very rough death.
Stinky kill.
Yeah. Absolutely reeks. Smells like sunny.
Oh.
Only the one casualty, it was the Mac 10, and let's be real, Hype made a lot of money off that.
Yeah, Hype is
regardless.
rich.
Hype is back.
So the man that we did talk about quite a bit, Carcass, not having a great welcome to the Premiership.
To the UK scene.
Look at Spartans. What is your profession? Org. Org. Org.
And then Fry's there not saying anything.
M4.
No, Fry's quiet as usual.
Do you want to lift the trophy as well, Fry?
No.
No, that's cool.
I'm alright.
They lifted their souls to heaven.
Oh. Astro downing the hopes of Fierce, the opener of the round here, tagging them up, making it much easier for the execution to come through. It's a big spam there as well. It's the future of CS, boys.
They just missed the mid-window smoke, didn't they? They need to watch Cheeky's video.
Cheeky. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
That's unbelievable.
The chic pad.
Which player missed it? Was it Capers behind the box? Must have been, right?
It's a very easy lineup as well in the box. That little raised bit of the box there. Do it off that.
Do it off that.
Do it off that. Left click, then throw. Easy. 100% of the time, every time. If you're on 4x3.
I don't know who Hype was checking.
Wow, I was thinking that as well. Where is Hype looking?
Triple boosted bench? I don't know. It was very
That's
tall.
ambitious,
He's
that
looking
is.
for the great Carly again.
Yeah. He saw him on Dust too when he was watching the last game.
I'm good, boss.
So we've hit 45 seconds. London Esports didn't really have any utility for this round. It's a nice trade, but look at the map in terms of where they are. Like, they're only just making their way across towards A. Capers' position is huge, really. Because if he can cut off the rotations and then split this attack, it'd be great.
This is where the Orgs come into full effect, though. The distance they have, you've got them scopes. Let's see if London Esports can start to really
no
wreak
smoke
havoc against
either.
them.
Oh no.
Ooh, there's the info.
10 seconds, they need to plant. He's going to plant default as well. It's a free kill for Dom.
Oh!
It's so easy. Simple, easy business there by the Orgs coming out. Everyone getting the shots off. They don't save the AWP, but they are going to keep the Orgs in play.
That was quick, wasn't it?
I can only assume that...
What's happened there? Dom tried to drop. Look, there's an M4 in spawn. Dom tried to drop after they'd already given Fry the AK.
I think he just spat on it.
What a waste of money.
I guess what's happened in that round is that as soon as that mid-window smoke missed, they had no idea what to do.
Oh, hang on.
Like, they just really had no idea.
You know what this might be instead, actually? It's round 15 here. Dom could have actually wanted an M4 in spawn in case he's had enough of the AUG at some point. That could be an
classic.
explanation.
That's it, I'm leaving the AWP.
retake
Wait, why?
easy, I need an
We just
M4.
won a land. Why are you leaving? The M4, mate.
Well done, Snuts.
That is good.
Well done.
Ben ruined it though, just talking about something.
Oh, that was good.
Proud of you, mate. The emotion chip's been installed well this season.
Cheers.
Comedy
Intel.
installed. Ooh, this pop flash.
It's cheeky Poppy.
Just as they were pushing
the
forward.
timing!
Oh, and again.
Another pooper. Ardis waiting to try and really make a meal out of this one. Hype. He always tries to come out big in these situations. Hype with a confidence ball. Finds the flick up headshot. Decapitates Ardis, but the backstab's looking good. Astro with the elimination on K-Piers. Hype really just unleashing hell upon them right now. A tenacious defense towards the B site from the Lithuanian Lunatic boys.
That's such an unfortunate round for
Oh,
all in all. When Ardis didn't actually spot anybody coming out, Fry actually committed to the rotate.
Yeah, we saw him go back CT towards window.
And it was just as he gets killed on the site. But that's now the third round where Fierce have, well, 3 of 4 at least, that Fierce have won, where it's been a 3K or more from a player. So, like, that's just not reliable in any way, obviously. It is just a matter of time, it feels like, that London will get around on the board to end the game.
Still, though, 11 match points here for London.
He's very late to Biaps.
Oh, Frederick. To win the duel, though. Boost hit, Astro. Marcus is holding for it. This is one. Ardis sees the shots through the smoke. Doesn't quite get the kill, then Dom does go down with the salvaged AK.
Oh.
They know they're both here as well, don't they? Because of the boost.
That AUG's been passed around.
Just ran through the fire. I don't know. Bomb should be going down any second now. They do know where he is. Just a matter of time for this one. Carcass could do with some confident frags coming in. Should check this hard.
Gun is good, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't make myself use it.
Does this go against your gears?
It's just I'm just not a fan of it. I still feel like M4's great.
To be fair as well, the amount of use it's now getting, it's into a position where there's going to be an AUG now.
There'll be some kind of change.
It's going to be changed. Either the price will be increased or something will change.
Armor pen might get put down.
Yeah, the weapon distribution now, where it's already starting to surpass the M4, like we saw at Power Masters, it has to change soon. This can't keep going on.
They've kind of forgotten about the M4 A1S, haven't they?
Yeah,
They just really don't care about that, do they?
I just don't like it, do they?
Because I was one of those players who used to use M4 A1S on 3 of the 7 maps. I switched between them.
Yeah.
Depending on where I was playing.
A little silence.
How long ago was this?
This was 2015 and 16. So it was before they nerfed it, the price of it, I believe it was originally.
Okay, yeah.
Back in 2011 when I was playing D-Tuscan.
Like I'd use an M4 silenced
Kitty
on train, for example, just because I feel like it was used quite well there. But then A4 because playing pit, for example. Like those sorts of decisions.
Flusher being like the only player that used the 30 bullet M4, and Freiberg as well, when everyone else used the silenced.
Freiberg had to though, it was trademarked in his scream.
Yeah.
When he sprays, he has to have 30 bullets in the clip, otherwise...
If you've got 20, it's not enough to spray with.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. You know.
Like you have to do the chant, because it's plus 15% skill.
And he was the KOB.
King of Banana.
Yeah. The great KOB. Fry.
Step made noise.
Cha-Cha slides his way out. One hop this time.
Left foot jumps through vent.
Everybody clap your hands.
Astro's going to be squashed into this site any second now, although the movement that he has made is quite strong though. This bomb is not with these players moving in towards A.
Ooh. Split it out towards Sandwich, easily dealt by Fazan. I'm just patiently waiting for someone to make a mistake.
Oh, that's...
And Eccles still thinks it's B.
Yeah, it does feel like it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, this is the worst. These are the worst ones, because you know what's about to happen. You know it's going to be the London win. You're just waiting for the 16th round for London. But definitely looks so far the best team today by quite a large margin. Especially the endpoint loss earlier on as well.
They are going to commit for that buy. I'm surprised they didn't just go for another like pistol armor or something just to get the full utility in at the very least.
They've had hardly any nades this entire CTR.
Yeah. Like the first gun round it was AUG head armor and then like a flash. Like most.
Only 2 AUGs this time, so the AUG numbers are diminishing. They do have 5 smokes for the first time.
Ardis could afford it as well. He's got $50 spare though. So deep, short, as well as window smoke, but then counteracted completely there. That Molotov didn't even do a tick of damage.
That looked like that was going to tag him, at the very least.
Thought it would be a tick.
Yeah.
At the very least. At least force him to use like the spray to get rid of ticks.
Tick spray.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh.
Don't want that Lyme disease. Stops you from eating
Line
meat.
scale.
Lime disease.
Those washing machines live longer with other brands are available, Calgon.
Minute 05 on the clock. There's only one smoke left for Fierce, whereas London next to nothing left. 3 flashes. And they finally get an opening kill. It feels like it's been a long time since they got one on the CT side.
It has done, but then again, it was a... Was it 12-3? 13?
13. Oh, it was 14-1 half.
14-1 even?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
They won the first buy and then that was it.
Reset. So, bomb going to be retrieved. 40 seconds left. Are they going to come back towards A potentially? Flashing towards CT may allow for the ramp player to peek. Cape is trying to get the entry.
He'll get quite far up before seeing an opponent here. Is the scary bit for him.
Oh. Emin gets the entry. Soulcast, they're going to clear it. If they focus towards him, it gives them an opportunity of Astro to do some damage here. He can deny the plant. He can win a round. He's just got to wait for the timing. Oh.
It's 14 HP as well.
This is ridiculous. They've won it off the back of that. Surely this has got to be over. Has to commit to the plant right now.
And he can't.
It's done.
Sure.
It's over.
Lovely play. The setup on A actually succeeding. And there's, what, 25 seconds left when they're finally getting to the bomb site?
Risky as well to not basically in a position to battle towards Palace. Yeah, Dom obviously being exposed towards Palace, but was expecting the players towards ramp and towards Connector as well, but it didn't pay out for him. Well, I say that, he didn't get a kill, but he was able to bait for Astro in towards Mozambique to get the last few.
Yeah, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, at the end there. The final round really going down to a matter of seconds. Denies the bomb plant, and that's it. What can you really say other than the fact that London just looked dominant that entire game? Yeah,
definitely the best team we've seen so far today in comparison to Endpoint, who lost to Revelation 16-9, which was very surprising on Dust 2. Obviously, different groups, first and second team. Coming into the playoffs, imagine if both these teams don't get first, essentially. Obviously, in online leagues, who knows if there's other events coming up, if they prioritize other things. We've seen that prior. Or maybe, how good is this Cryptic supposed to Surreal mix going to be? That's a really interesting one. Imagine a playoff spot between them online for a spot in the finals. That'd be juicy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential shaky things that could go on a build-up. That was such a weird round as well, where so many other things that could have potentially gone down. Unfortunately for Fierce, though, not really stepping up to the mark. This was our hot game of the week, but they did not look too spicy. Looking like they might need to try and reset themselves going forward, but London Esports, commanding as ever, find themselves victory here on Mirage. Do not adjust your monitors. We'll be back with one final game on tonight's installment of the ESL Premiership. It's our last match of the week up next.